Welcome to VDart.
Thank you.
So I want to give you a quick tour of the facility. So this is just a few awards what we've won over the years. Our team participates in some of the
Which one are you most proud of here? We can't go through all of them. There's so many there.
Yeah, which one am I? I think this one is the MBE of the year. It's close to there are two awards there.
Yeah,
one is Toyota's, and this is MBE of the year. Another one is the Toyota Diverse Supplier of the Year. These are very prestigious awards as well. This is specifically in Atlanta. It's called as the Bestseller Awards. Every year, Atlanta Business Chronicle does the fastest growing private enterprises in Atlanta.
All right.
And we've been featured like 8 times in a row as the fastest growing privately held companies in the US. So what we did was we bought this first office space. This was the only space what we had, but then as we continued to open up, we demolished these walls and expanded into these offices.
Got it.
This is a quick tour of the Wall of Fame.
More awards. Oh my gosh, it never ends.
This is more of it's a wall of dedication because the first program ever what we got into was called as the Accenture Diverse Supplier Development Program. Accenture is one firm which does it very, very intentionally. So Diverse Supplier is for minority businesses, people of color. They bring them on board, RFP-driven process. They invite small businesses to apply. And if you qualify, then they give you 18-month-long mentorship.
Oh, that's right.
So these are some of the top leaders within Accenture whom we went through that mentorship. They have you in Chicago every once in 3 months. You spend about 3 days. You're there with them. And as a result of this, we were invited to participate in their RFP process. We became a preferred supplier to Accenture today. They're one of our largest customers. So we also won what is called as the Prodigy of the Year. I think that was a very prestigious award because there's like several good companies participating in the mentoring program, but it's about the engagement, right? A lot of people talk about mentoring programs, but how seriously you pour into the mentorship program is the key. So this was a program which was managed by the Georgia Governor's Office. Georgia State is the one who actually started the program, but then they transitioned this over to GMSDC, Georgia Minority Supplier Development Council. So we were right in the transition year. So the interviews, what I did was at the Georgia state offices, the government offices. So what they do is they choose 14, 15 Fortune 1000 corporations located in Georgia, in Atlanta, and then they pair with 15 of the fastest growing companies, minority businesses, and they give a 1-year-long mentorship. This is a very interesting post. When we were featured at the Inc. magazine 3rd time in a row, right? We were actually featured on the NASDAQ Tower. Look at the percentage of sales growth at that time. But it's also hard as you continue to grow, right? To maintain that.
That's going to be your second book. Is how do you do that?
Yeah.
Just focus on how do you grow and grow fast without exploding? Because people always want to grow, and the reason probably they don't is what you mentioned earlier is like they don't have the infrastructure to do it properly. You know, people talk about growth versus scale. Big difference, right?
So one of the ways when people walk into this office, they'll say, "Oh, it looks like a condo from outside," but when you come inside, it looks like a different space altogether. It looks like a WeWork or Accenture space. The reason why I say Accenture is because designing this whole space, it's through the mentoring program.
They talk about space too.
Yeah. So we wanted to develop a facility, our own facility back in India, and it takes quite a bit to actually identify the place, get the right contractors, get the right designers and the team and all of that.
Oh yeah.
They did that in a jiffy. We just said, "Hey, we are trying to build up a space." I
watched the video of the space in India. So make sure the link to that video is in this one because that was amazing to see. Yeah,
absolutely. So this is like open workspaces where we have some of the folks join in here.
Yeah.
And then these are executive office spaces where we have. This is like a common, like if you're doing a collaboration kind of discussion, we have this. Each one of these. The way we designed it is when you decide what is it, depending upon the color of your choice, whatever you want, you can decide. You can have a backdrop.
Right.
So what we did was when we designed this facility, we wanted to, in the corridors, we wanted to have enough plaques so people to think about where we came from and what our growth is. That is the Georgia Fast 40. There is another award which is about, it's called as a Georgia Trend magazine. They do what is called as Atlanta's Corporate Growth, ACG, they call it as.
Do they come to you or you have to go and apply and find these things?
You have to apply. You have to find my office.
All right. This is
the office where we've been speaking for many, many years.
Okay, so I'm gonna go find and make you a new bobblehead with your.
That's the most prestigious one.
The
Entrepreneur of the Year for the Southeast region. It was incredible to win that. So I have one collection here, and this collection is primarily for my teams. Every time when I have a thought come up and I want to coach somebody in that particular space, I would say, hey, you know what? Hey, this is a book for you. It's for you to read through this. I want you to tell me this. I want you to advise me on this because you're such an avid reader and a writer as well.
Yeah.
I'll start reading a book and then suddenly it's about business and things like that. Then suddenly my thought goes to a different direction.
Yeah.
Oh, let me read that book. Then I'll flip a few pages from that book.
I'll give you the stats and then the story. So the stats are 54% of books that are purchased are never even opened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we do good marketing and it's a good title, it looks great. Oh, this is a great book. This is going to solve my solution, solve my problem, right? And then they buy it and then they don't even open it.
So for young readers, right, people who are just starting their journey on reading, what would you recommend? Should they pick up a nice big book or a thin book or a small book?
Fiction,
or how do
fiction book.
Fiction is where
fiction book. All of our ghostwriters are also fiction writers.
So my journey is as a reader, and I go back to this point where you said, hey, pick up fiction. Eye of the Needle was the first book
I saw the movie with Donald Sutherland, but
I saw the movie and then read the book.
Okay,
This is a common challenge what I have. Audiobooks is the same as listening to a podcast as well.
Very similar,
right? You're listening to one episode an hour.
Yeah.
It's about a book debrief, or they're talking about the book, or whatever it is a topic about. But what I go through is when I'm listening to that, my brain, the way it is thinking is, what is the business problem what I have, and what am I hearing, and how can I apply to that, all right? When I hear a particular nugget, I want to pinch that video.
Yep.
So what I do is I take a screenshot of that, and then go back and listen again.
Yeah.
And then take notes, and then apply.
Marketing 101 here, man. Your book will be audio, digital, and print.
Okay.
And there's been several times I bought a book and I'm gonna check it out on Kindle for a few bucks first, right?
Yeah.
I'm halfway through it. Oh my gosh, I need this, right? I need to go through it. I'll get the audiobook. And like you, I'm like, wait, I need to apply that point now. I bought the hardback version and highlighted it.
Yeah.
So this author got me 3 times for the same content. Good for him, just as good for me because I actually used what he taught me. As opposed to when we just read, oh, cool idea. Oh, now I gotta go do something. I forget about it.
Yeah.
So the reinforcement of a multi-modality content is helpful.
Yeah.
It's not just making more money on your content, it's helping the reader actually use what you're teaching them.
Yeah.
So, and your audio site, when you run across a good audiobook, just go ahead and buy the softcover, hardcover version to go with it.
Got it.
I mean, screenshot's fine, but you can actually, what's that? Alex Hormozy said he actually listens and reads at the same time when he's.
Oh, he listens and reads at the same time.
Yep.
Wow.
So I put mine on. I've done that a couple times. I put it on like 1.5 double speed because we can read much faster than we listen. So put it on double speed and read that section. You'll retain it better.
Oh,
and you can highlight it while you're listening and reading it, and your brain will absorb.
So for me, the way it works is like it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's a funnel.
Right.
The first thing is you're listening while you're working out.
Yeah.
Then you're taking screenshots of the minutes of the video.
Yeah.
Then you go back again.
Right.
And then listen to this audio back again. And then think about, okay, what is the application for that?
Right.
And what is it what is the action what you're going to take?
Right.
And then I come back to work and immediately open that book.
Right.
And start applying,
Yeah.
whatever I need to delegate.
I'm doing that with Contagious right now by Jonah Berger.
Okay.
Great book, by the way, about things going viral. We
Yeah,
all love it,
Contagious,
right?
yeah.
So I'm listening to his stories about that on the audio version, and I bought the book as well. Also has one of the best covers ever created, by the way.
Really? Oh, I haven't
And
seen Contagious.
I'm a freak on covers, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the few covers that the book works without the title. I'll let you check it out.
The book works
without the title.
Yeah.
Because the imaging is perfect. It's called Contagious, Why Things Catch On.
Yeah.
The image is a light bulb that turns into a dandelion.
Oh.
Ideas that catch on. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. But I'm listening to his book right now, absorbing it, going, yeah, this is cool, cool, cool. Mainly stories, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I bought the book, and it's reference material, so it could be bathroom reading or downtime reading, but I'm just highlighting sections, and I'm recalling in my brain what I listened to, and just going right to those sections.
Yeah.
But instead of you're doing the screenshots, which is fine, I'm not doing that. I'm just absorbing the audio, Then when I go through the book, I'm speed reading it, going, boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
So what happens is I'm getting those key points, but I'm also getting a little bit on the points I didn't highlight as I'm skimming.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little double dose of the content, but focusing on what I wanted to apply.
I still do not know if there is where I have a real challenge is like those screenshots, right? It's easy, it's okay.
But it's
there
interrupting
should
your
be
workout,
something.
man.
Yeah?
It's interrupting your workout.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Right? Don't do it, in my opinion, you do what you want. But I'm just saying, if you listen to the audio, good point. You know, you might not be able to retain the actual point an hour later or a day later.
Yeah.
But when you go back to that hardcover book or softcover book, you'll recognize it. I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Boom, I want to highlight that.
Yeah.
But you're skimming through the pages looking for that point, and you don't interrupt your workout with a screenshot. You just, you know, here I am telling you how to work out. Forget that.
I have so many questions for you. This is amazing riff, actually. Because you're a writer, help people write books.
And I'm an amateur psychologist too.
Yeah.
Very amateur.
So what is your background, Doug?
I studied radio, TV, and film.
Okay.
You know, so I worked in the TV industry and had my own radio show for a while. But I got into books, but I love studying psychology, the limbic brain. We did a couple books on the whole thing about, you know, why we do things, right?
Yeah.
Because everything, you know this because you're great sales, but everything is emotional. Our croc brain runs the show. Right? Our cognitive part, we can argue with it, but the unconscious brain, the limbic brain, runs everything. Do you ever tell your finger how to heal itself when you cut it, or how to digest food?
No.
No, it's automatic. So the unconscious brain runs everything.
Yeah.
So when we get that endorphin hit, we're reading, intrigue,
you
know, fear, right? Fear and greed runs everything.
Yeah.
But unconsciously, subconsciously.
Wow.
So if we apply those tactics to how we create content, we're using the very basic part of fear and greed to help people out, really, to help them consume the content.
So for young readers, right, and this is something which I think...
You're passionate about youth, I know.
Yeah. What has incredibly helped me in my journey is the later part of, like, after the 30s or after the 20s, after the 30s, I picked up reading, and I think it incredibly helped me in terms of having fox versus hedgehog mindset. Foxes think broadly, hedgehogs think narrowly and double down on just one area what they have expertise in. I think having a fox-like mindset is where you're accumulating a lot of information in various different areas, as a result of which you are able to apply various different strategies when you're up against the wall, when uncertainties hit. Because of the knowledge what you accumulate by reading various books and a lot of content, you're able to quickly articulate agile with a lot of agility and adapt to that particular situation.